As we move along, we bring in MLS reigning Rookie of the Year. He is a midfielder for Colorado Rapids. It's Dillon Powers. He joins us right now on the show. Dillon, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm all right, Dillon, and I'll tell you why. Usually when people call in and they ask how I'm doing, I always say great, but this time it's not so great, and I have to blame you. I asked the people behind the scenes here at Pitch Pass, I said, get me the guy in MLS with the best mullet. And they lined you up, and I'm finding out.
Oh man!
Finding out today, I got a guy with no mullets on the line.
Oh man! I mean, we can cancel it if you want.
Can we?
It'll take me a while to grow it back. We can do it in like 4 months.
Well, can we talk as if you still have the mullet? Can I visualize you with a mullet?
Of course.
What happened? Why did you decide to pull the plug?
I mean, summer was right around the corner. The ladies weren't really responding to it like I thought they would. They were starting to get a little drag from the wind in the back.
It's interesting. The ladies didn't respond to it like you thought they would. What response were you thinking you would get with your mullet?
I just thought it would just be flocking, but it didn't happen.
I also like that you say summer's right around the corner. What's the weather like in Colorado these days?
It's starting to get nice. We still, have an occasional day of snow here or there, but it melts fast, and when it's not windy, it's beautiful here.
Now, I know you are, as I said at the top, you are the reigning Rookie of the Year. You finished just ahead of your teammate, Deshaun Brown. Of course, Deshaun has the speed aspect over you, and I would understand maybe you need every little aerodynamic thing you can get just to stay up with him, so maybe that, I guess, would be the best reason to ditch the mullet.
Yeah, certainly. I think... anything for a little extra speed.
I had a guy with a mullet. Now I'm talking to a guy because I've seen the pictures, the post pictures. You're just a regular guy with a comb over that now.
That's what it comes down to now. That's kind of sad.
Now I was hoping that you would be in some sort of battle throughout the summer, back and forth with Tommy McNamara for best mullet in the league, and now you've ceded the award to him before you even got started.
Well, he was a little ahead of me anyway, and so is Sebastian Velasquez on Salt Lake. He just, he's way out in the lead, so I couldn't compete.
And then the other big thing, following you on Twitter, it's Power Hour 5 if you want to follow Dillon on Twitter, was your Chipotle thing. I don't understand what happened. Can you break down your Chipotle experience and how you got that card?
Well, I've always been a huge advocate of Chipotle. I go there, way too much, not every day, but almost every day. And I think the MLS partnered with Chipotle at the beginning of this year, and I think so. I don't know if it was every team, but a lot of players, one from each team, got a card to go essentially once a day for a free burrito, and to kind of a little sponsorship for them. So I was lucky enough to get that for the Rapids, and I've used it I think every single day since I've had it. It's kind of dangerous.
Who's competing with you on the Rapids for that card, or was it just a matter of you were the one and it was no other second place?
I think Clint Irwin, my roommate, he was quite disappointed not to have received it. So I try to help him out a little bit with the card. We're
going to talk about your videos in just a couple of minutes, but to me, that would be a great video for Chipotle, is to go to every MLS city and then do like some sort of competition between the guys who wants the free burrito card more, and put you through like a Chipotle Olympics, if you will.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
I
learned how to make a burrito for the first time.
And that's what I thought you had to do, was whoever made the best burrito got the card, because you even got some kind of, like, what was the box that you got that went along with your card?
They presented a box the card was inside with a nice little envelope, and it was pretty cool. It was all personalized. But I got to learn how to make burrito, and I had to serve some of my teammates who were very picky with their orders. So I was. In return, I was a little skimpy on my portions.
Now, how long is the card good for?
It's for a full year.
All right, so every day for a year, you can just stroll into a Chipotle, throw down the card, and they have to give you a burrito.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to wrap my head around that concept, but it's true.
You want to talk videos? That might be something. You go into each city that you're playing, and you choose the Chipotle that you will go in and redeem the card.
I could definitely do that.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about the season thus far. And again, following you on Twitter, checking out your Instagram page, it seems to me as if you have formed a very close bond already with Jose Mari off the pitch. Is that true? Have you guys bonded?
Yeah, he's a really quality player, and he came in a little late in preseason, didn't speak any English, and I've always tried to better my Spanish, so we kind of were exchanging lessons there, and I was teaching him some words, and he was doing the same back, and he's a really fun guy to kind of mess around with. He's always got a smile on his face.
So how does that happen? Who walks up to who? Like what did you see about him in observing him the first few days that made you want to go? That's a guy I kind of want to get to know. I could go to a couple of different people to work on my Spanish. Why did you choose him? What stood out about him?
Well, for one, he was brand new to the team, the United States. I think it was his first trip over here, and so I was just trying to help him assimilate as quick as possible because he's on the team now. So I think that's really important.
And I have to go to his goals this past week. And what do you say to him after he scores not one but two golazos in that match against Vancouver?
Oh, I mean, you just gotta tip your hat to him. Those are some special goals and came at a really crucial moment for us.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a situation where it was just kind of a cherry on top of a sundae. Was the tying goal and the go-ahead goal all within a matter of minutes. Yeah,
I think he really put himself out there and kind of I think he was kind of flying under the radar a little bit. I think he's a really, really quality player and a huge pickup for us. He kind of makes us go in that defensive midfield position. And so scoring those two goals, I think, really kind of got him out there.
Yeah, I completely agree because after I was watching the match live and I saw the first goal and I was like, wait a second, right to Google, right to see what was going on because you're right. I mean, a lot of other guys came in with more fanfare. Was that your first reaction when he was brought in? Did you know much about him?
No, I didn't. I really didn't know too much about him. I knew he came from Spanish team, and but I could tell right away he was quite a player.
Yeah, I have to imagine first couple of times at practice you go, whoa, wait a second, okay, we got another player here.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly how it went.
Talk to me about your off season because you guys, the Rapids, went through an interesting situation where you had the head coach there in Pablo Mastroianni, but he wasn't officially announced as the head coach. Was there any awkwardness between Pablo and the rest of the guys as you went through your off season program?
No, because from day one when he was kind of assigned, head of first team operations or whatever, he took on the position as if he was going to be the head coach, and so every day we operated as if he was going to be the coach, and I think so because of that we didn't really miss a beat, and it kind of felt like we had a coach the whole time. So
for you guys, it would have been a surprise if he didn't get the head coaching job.
Yeah, towards the end, there was a little questions about it, but we all kind of assumed that it would be his to have.
And I know you didn't do this because you're a professional and you take your job very seriously. But when you have a situation, let's take it into a school situation, and it's kind of a long-term substitutes kind of role. There is a tendency to I don't want to say slack off, but maybe not give that 100% all the time because in the back of your mind you're thinking, well, I got to impress the next person that comes in. How hard was it to stave off that feeling with Pablo, knowing that there was some uncertainty, but maybe it could have been gone another way?
Yeah, I think we really couldn't afford that mentality. Preseason is not entirely long, and we couldn't come into the season kind of half-assed and expect to get results. We were hungry from last year with the early playoff exit, and I think that kind of kept us going.
Yeah, and I also think that you guys, this isn't a situation where you would have come in flying under the radar. You had your coming out party, at least this incarnation of Colorado Rapids last year. And so it couldn't have been a situation where you could surprise people. No one was going to be surprised by what you guys were going to do. And the only surprise would have been if you had stumbled out of the blocks rather than excelled out of the blocks.
Yeah, I think, last year was a time of, really finding ourselves, finding our identity. We had a lot of young players, and But now a lot of us young guys have a lot of experience, and it's it's time for us to kind of take responsibility of that.
I don't know, or when I look at your team outside of health, which is the bugaboo of almost any team in any professional sport, I don't see a lot of holes with you guys in your team. What do you guys, as you look inward to yourselves, what do you guys see as something that you need to work on to maybe get to the next level so that maybe a repeat of 2013's playoffs don't happen?
I think we've kind of have a lot of goals in mind. I think last year we were pretty strong defensively, and Pablo's really been stressing the defensive side of the ball and getting our shape. But I think really to complete that, we want to be a team who really imposes a really attacking style of possession and good opportunities. So I think we've done pretty well on the defensive side of the ball. We're just trying to put it together offensively.
I love what you're doing with your GoPro. Now, by the way, did they just give you the GoPro because you said I want to film some stuff, or did you have to go buy it?
No, I told Dave Lindholm, our PR guy, that I was interested in doing videos. I did some in college as well, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we'll lend you a GoPro." I think the club already had one, so he didn't give it to me. I used it for the weekend.
Wait, the GoPro isn't in your possession at all times?
No, unfortunately. I didn't try too hard for that, but no.
Well, I have to think, knowing you, a Notre Dame man as you are, very intelligent, you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm going to churn out a couple of high-quality videos, then I'm going to back off a little bit and see if they just give me a GoPro.
Yeah, I'm just letting the demand rise a little bit.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, check out the Colorado Rapids website. Dillon did a great job of kind of taking us through basically leaving his house on a match week and going through a week of practice, flying to the match. This was the Vancouver match, and then everything around that and leading up right to match time, all with the GoPro, I assume, mounted on your head. Is that what you did?
I didn't have the head mount. I had a body mount, so it was like on my chest.
Okay.
I think the head mount actually is a cooler shot, especially when you're on the field playing. But yeah, it was kind of fun. That was my first time using a GoPro, so I was kind of figuring it out as I went. It turned out to be pretty good.
I would agree with you. The headshot always gives a little better visuals, but I would imagine certain situations, and I'm thinking about maybe boarding the plane, that head thing probably looks a little weird.
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of looks, but that's the price for a good video. So
what's the plan? Are you going to be churning out some of these once a month, or as you're getting the urge?
Yeah, I think initially I was just going to do it on the road, but it's kind of it can be a little, you don't want to be distracted by it, obviously.
Yeah.
So I think I'll kind of pick and choose my times. I think road trips are a good time to kind of to do it. Maybe actually I could do a home game too. I don't know. I haven't really planned it out too much, but I'm sure there'll be a few more videos in the future.
No, I thought it was really cool, especially the like it says on the page. These are things that we don't see, like how you guys get to matches, mm-hmm. what you guys do to kill time as you explore a city and seeing cities through a visitor's eyes. I just thought it was really cool. Now, here's the $1 million question, Dillon. Since you said you had done some of these back in college, were you the director of this video, or did you just shoot the video?
No, I shot it and I edited it.
Really?
I got a little, yeah. I just used iMovie. It's pretty easy. I just ran it by the guys and make sure it was okay. But yeah, I think that's just as fun as the editing part of it too.
And you picked the song, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Dude, you're like a budding Tarantino.
Thank you.
One thing I did want to ask you, though, about the video, something that struck me, as you guys, I guess, were boarding the bus to go to the match already in Vancouver, you're back of the bus guy, Dillon.
No. That was just purely for the shot. Yeah.
First of all, I like that you got so defensive. No. I'm not a back of the bus guy. I'm totally not the back of it. All right, who are the back of the bus guys on the Rapids?
I think you'll find Deshaun Brown there.
Yeah.
He's always got his headphones on at the back. Gabby Torres, you'll see him back there. Those are some definite frequenters.
And why were you so distancing yourself from the back of the bus crew?
I don't know. There's just a lot of shenanigans going on back there.
So you filmed to the back of the bus, shut down the filming, and then went back to the front of the bus where you belong.
Yes, I did. I did.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the rest of this video series. It's pretty interesting,
Good.
and I'm enjoying it. And hopefully, everybody else does. It's great if you're an MLS fan, whether you're a Rapids fan or not. It takes you behind the scenes, and it's really cool. So hopefully, you'll keep doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
And thank you so much for taking some time, Dillon. I appreciate it, and best of luck to you for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Pitch Pass.
This is your voice. This is my red, white, and blue. This is my anthem to you.
For more show information, go to pitchpass.com.